It's here, it's finally here. Hi everyone, my name is Aurora and welcome to this video. Today I want to share with you my experience of attending an online course at Milan Fashion Campus. I'm so sorry for taking this long to complete this review. It took me a while to complete the course too because of the summer break and then the start of the new semester at school and things like that, but it's all over now. Good things come to those who wait. I waited to complete my course, you waited for this review, and now you have to wait until the end of the video to get some very good news. Or you could skip it till the end of the video, watch the good news, and then come back. I ain't the boss of you, do what you want. Anyway, let's dive right into the review, shall we? Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is how I found out about Milan Fashion Campus in the first place. Well, when I was attending my course at London School of Trends, I was looking for some free materials online to study from. And at that moment, Milan Fashion Campus had a deal. And at that time, Milan Fashion Campus gave their samples of their textbooks for free, so I took that. And also the founder of Milan Fashion Campus, Angelo, he was organizing some online webinars and I took that too. If I'm not mistaken, at this moment he's organizing a new tour of free webinars, so check the link down below if you're interested to find out more. But I completely forgot about the school until I finished the London School of Trends course. Then so much serotonin kicked in. I'm not gonna lie, it was like I could literally see myself, Aurora in Paris, wears Prada, things like that. And I was so hyped to learn more and to get more qualifications in the fashion world. So I remembered that when I was looking at those materials at the Milan Fashion Campus, I saw a course about media editorial fashion styling, and I liked it really much. So I went on their website to check it out, and then I realized that it's on sale. If I'm not mistaken, the full price of that course was 400 euros, and I only paid if you can say only with that amount, but only 250 euros. So that was a bargain, I think. That's how I began my journey of studying at Milan Fashion Campus. Okay, so now let me tell you something about the Milan Fashion Campus in general. I've already mentioned Angelo. He is the founder and the owner and the general tutor at Milan Fashion Campus. He's really sweet and he's really very skilled, but I have to warn you, his English is not so good. We had some problems with communication because of that, because none of us are native English speakers, but it's seriously not such a big deal. And you can still learn from him so much, even though his English is not so good. Okay, so a campus offers three kinds of courses: short and master courses, which are residential courses in Milan, and online courses that you can take anywhere. Regarding the theme or subject of those classes, it's pretty much the same no matter which type of course you took. The thing that varies, though, is length or duration of the course and how detailed the course goes into the subject. Of course, the more complicated the subject, the more detailed they have to be, and the longer it takes you to complete the course, it will be more expensive in comparison, with master residential courses being the most expensive ones and online short courses being the least expensive ones. Okay, so now I have to disclaim two things here. First thing is that when you purchase an online course, you get an automatic discount for residential courses if you later decide to take one, which is a great opportunity, and if you can, I recommend that you do so. But the second thing that I have to disclaim here is that if you wish to receive a physical form of your certificate at the end, you would have to pay additional 50 euros. I didn't pay 50 euros for that. It was a little bit too much for me, so I just received an online certificate that I can print, but it just won't be an official document. The reason why I didn't pay was because I was really, really angry about that fact. because at the same time I was finishing my bachelor's degree and I had to pay to get that paper too. So it was like, should I get my university certificate or my fashion campus certificate? And I chose the university certificate. Maybe for some of you, you would choose the fashion certificate. I'm not saying that the one is less valuable than the other, but for me, it made more sense to pay for the university degree and not for this. Now let's jump into the details of the course that I actually took, shall we? Firstly, when you buy a course at Milan Fashion Campus, you have to create an online account. You use that account to receive materials, to receive assignments, to submit assignments, and to receive feedback from both Angelo, Milan Fashion Campus team, and from the fellow students at the campus, which was a great feature. Seriously, I loved it so much. I loved seeing other people's work. My course, Media Editorial Fashion Styling, had 7 modules. Each of those modules was unlocked weekly, which was annoying at times, but we'll get to that later in my personal opinion segment of this video. Anyway, the first module was called Introduction, and it consisted of intro video that introduced you to basics of fashion, styling, and things like that, and 3 documents regarding fashion styling, fashion magazines, and fashion photographers. At the end of this first module, you had to complete a quiz to go on further. Speaking of the documents, I have to say that I love them. They were really creative and engaging, but some of the things in them were a bit outdated. But I don't know, it took me down a memory lane, if you will, because most of the styles that I saw were around year 2010-ish, which was the time when I first got into fashion for real. I think on this side, yes, on this side, I'll be inserting some of the examples of things that I've done to complete this course, just to give you a general idea on it. Anyway, the second module was all about style identification. You had 1 hour video about style identification and assignment for style identification with guidelines on how to actually achieve it. And that was it for the second module, which brings me to the third module, which was literally called assignments. First thing that you get in the third module is an introduction to Photoshop and introductions on how to create a mood board in Photoshop. Creating a mood board is, you've guessed it, a first assignment in this fashion assignment module. After you do that, you still have 4 more different assignments to complete in this module. The first thing you have to do is create a set design for a mock photo shoot. The second thing that you have to do is create an outfit for a festival using a muse that you found online. I used Kristen Leo, a fellow YouTuber and sustainable fashionista. It was supposed to look like a double page in a magazine. The next thing that you had to do in this module was to make an assignment about a mock cover page of 3 different kinds of magazine and also to create a mock content for those magazines, mostly product pages. And the last assignment in the fashion assignments module was to actually get behind the camera and shoot a few different still life photographies in which the main object is something regarding fashion. The fourth module had no assignments, it was only documents. It had 4 documents with different kinds of information, one of which was a life cycle of trends, how they are created and how do they die. A little bit about Italian fashion designers, which makes sense because, after all, the school is called Milan Fashion Campus and it's located in Milan, which is located in Italy, which makes sense. But they've also mentioned some of the main names in the industry in general. And also I forgot to mention the last thing that was in this module were styles by season. This module had, as I said, no assignments and no quizzes. And now it's time to talk about the fifth module. Fifth module is all about a photo shoot. How to prepare for one, how to execute one, and how to make it work in editorial sense. Let me tell you now, this module was the only thing that made me regret the fact that I'm living a little bit too far from Italy at this moment. Not that much, but borders are closed and things like that, so I can't actually go there, and it's a bit more expensive to actually be a residential student at campus, but for a reason. Now, for me, the assignment of creating a fashion shoot was to go online, find some inspirational photos, and in Adobe Illustrator recreate or create content with those pictures that I downloaded from the internet. The thing that students at residential course do is they actually do a photo shoot. Milan Fashion Campus provides both equipment and the models to create a photo shoot on a quite professional level, and it's the thing that goes into your portfolio, so it's kind of a big deal. So yeah, I'm a bit sorry that I missed that, but who knows, maybe someday. The sixth module has 3 documents. Those documents are about what you should have in your kit bag as a stylist, how to present yourself as someone who is interested in fashion, who is a fashion professional, and also the last document was a list of useful websites that you can visit to improve your work, either being by taking inspiration from them or even downloading content to use in your editorials. For example, Vogue, Moda Operandi, Elle, New York Fashion Week, and things like that. And finally, we've come to the 7th module, the last module that has only 2 things in it. The first thing is a final exam that you have to take, and the second thing is you have to create your online portfolio using the things that you've created during your learning at campus. The purpose of that portfolio is not only for you to appreciate what you did and to showcase other people, but also for Milan Fashion Campus to have everything on one side, because things can get lost. Believe me, I know that firsthand. I lost, I think, I had problems with 3 different assignments that just got lost in the sea of other assignments of other people and mine. So I had to actually re-upload them. I made some of them from scratch to make them better than they were 2 months ago. Anyway, when you create your online portfolio and when you finish your online exam, you reach to Milan Fashion Campus and say to them, hey, I finished my course, I made my online portfolio, please give me my certification, and they give it to you. It's a nice feeling, really, and I feel kind of braggy about it, to have a media editorial fashion styling certificate, and it did give me some new skills in terms of creating beautiful and eye-catching layouts, which I will use not only regarding fashion and things like that, but also in my academic presentations as well. So it's a win-win for me here. Now, I also want to mention a few technical stuff, let's say. Firstly, you have an option to retake any of the exams that you took if you want to get higher grades. Also, you can redo any of the assignments that you made while taking in mind the feedback that you got from other students, Angelo, and the rest of the team. And I think that was really helpful. I took most of their feedback in consideration, not all of it, but we'll get to that in a second now. Anyway, also, the thing to have in mind is that from the moment you purchase the course, you have 365 days of access to that course. You can literally take it anytime you want. I already mentioned that things are mostly unlocked weekly. You have time and you you're just not in a hurry, you can literally just wait for them to unlock everything for you and then do it in a week or two like this. Or you can do it weekly and even take a pause or a break and come back later after a few months and complete the course. Then you have a full year. Even if you're really busy, you could still find time to actually complete those assignments and learn some things from them. I mentioned that it took me a little bit longer to complete the course. It didn't take me that much long. It took me exactly 3 months from the day I purchased the course till the day I received my certificate. The reasons why it took so long was, firstly, I literally enrolled in the middle of their national Italian collective vacation, so they weren't there to give me the feedback that I needed. And once they came back, I was already preparing for my winter semester at school. I was changing majors. It was kind of a mess, so I didn't have time or energy to deal with assignments. But then when things got moving at the university, I came back to Milan Fashion campus to finish the course, and I received my certificate at, I think, on the day of election in US, if I'm not mistaken. And lastly, let's talk about my personal perspective on taking this course. All in all, I did enjoy this experience. Everything went well, and I did receive my certification in the end, which is kind of the most important thing, I guess. But there are few problems here and there that could be improved, so the experience of being a student at Milan Fashion Campus could be better. Firstly, I've already mentioned that the communication problem regarding the use of English. As I said, not even I am a native English speaker. It would be wrong of me to judge Angelo and the rest of the team for their English. And I know that most of their students are, in fact, Italian. But I have to be honest here, sometimes it was really, really frustrating to actually figure out what are they trying to tell me in the feedbacks that are giving me. And we had some little issues with assignments because I made something because I thought I said one thing, but I actually said something else. And then I submitted that. Then they gave me feedback, which I still didn't understand. So I redid my assignment and still didn't make sense. But we eventually figured things out and everything went well. It's just a thing that I advise to keep in mind, that if you have trouble with English, that maybe you should look for a course in your native language or go here, but have patience and understanding for those Italian lecturers who don't have to know English because they don't learn English in school mostly, so it's okay. Not knowing English is not the end of the world, okay? Okay. Oh, and the second thing that was really, really annoying was the fact that they unlock the things weekly. Do you know that feeling that you get sometimes? It's a rush of creativity and energy, and you just want to work on something and learn something and create something, and then you're just so hyped up about it. You log onto the website, want to start doing something, and then you realize, oh no, I have to wait 2 more days to unlock the next module. It was kind of, as I said, annoying, but as I already mentioned before, there are ways around it. Just make a reminder in your head or in your phone that on this day in the week you are doing Milan Fashion Campus assignments, or you could just leave them be for 2 months and then come back and do everything in a swoop. Or you could just, when you're feeling like it, log in this time, do one assignment, then do the other assignment in 2 weeks. Whatever suits you the most, it's the best thing for you. As I said, I had some problems with that because it was kind of blocking my creativity, but I found other ways to channel that creativity, to create other things, to improve some of the things that I've already made. You can work around it. Oh, and I also forgot to mention regarding the feedback. Most of it was really, really constructive. I learned a lot, mostly from the feedbacks, not just from the process of creating something and from reading the documents they sent to me or watching the videos or things like that. But there were moments when I was like, hey, what about my freedom of artistic expression? But in the end, I did do what they told me to do, because after all, I was at that moment at their school, learning from them, and if they said that something was important and that something had to be done in a certain way, then I guess it had to be done that way. Now that I have finished the course, I have my freedom for artistic expression to do what the hell that I want, so there's that. So just have that in mind, that sometimes it's a very thin line between objective and subjective in general, especially in something that's so personal to the most of us, like fashion actually is. Anyway, I love that there were a lot of visual examples and explanations, because after all, fashion is something heavily visual, so it makes sense to learn about it in a visual way. Now, was the experience worth 250 bucks? No, maybe not. Maybe yes. I don't know. I don't know that I would pay 250 euros for that course again, but I'm not sorry that I actually took it. I mean, who knows what future holds, and will that paper, that certificate, actually have an impact on the quality of my life and on my career and things like that. For example, at this moment, I'm assistant editor at a scientific student magazine at my university. So who knows, maybe eventually I will actually become Aurora in Paris wears Prada or things like that. But as I said, who knows? Would I recommend you to take the course at Milan Fashion Campus? Yeah, uh, if you have enough financial stability at this moment, in this crazy time of need and crisis and everything that's going on, then yes, I think that you can take the course. If you have motivation to take the course, if you have some plans for the future that this paper will unlock for you, then definitely I would recommend to take you to take this course. But if there is a slight chance that you will read about the assignments that you have to do at the course, and you just roll your eyes because you can't bear to do them, because it seems, I don't know, not interesting or not useful, or you're wondering what's happening, why. Then no, don't do it, because you will regret that, and you will regret losing that money. You will regret losing that time. Just won't be an enjoyable experience. But if you're driven by passion and by a will to learn about fashion and how the whole fashion industry works, then yes, this course is for you, and other courses at Milan Fashion Campus as well. And also, this part of the video is specifically for you who are so passionate that you stayed until the end of the video. I salute you, firstly. Also, I will say hi to the people who actually did listen to me at the beginning of the video and skipped right till the end to see what the fuss was all about. Here's the fuss. In the description down below, you have a link that will lead you to Milan Fashion Campus. If you're already thinking about enrolling in their classes, please use that link. It's an affiliate link. This video is not in any way, shape, or form or endorsed by Milan Fashion Campus. But when I told them that I will be creating a review of their school, they were kind enough to offer me an affiliate link. And I'm so grateful for that, because at this moment my financial situation is not so great, because I can't work at the moment, not just because of the whole crazy world situation, but because of very tightly packed schedule at school. So there's that. If you would be kind enough to use that link when you're already purchasing a course, I would be really, really grateful to you. Please don't use that course if you weren't already thinking about enrolling. I wouldn't be able to sleep if I knew that someone spent their last savings on something that was just not right for them, or not something that they needed, or that I didn't enjoy the experience, just feel like I disappointed you, and I don't want to feel like that. So please only use that link if you want to know more and if you were already about enrolling in this course. Anyway, that would be all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this video. Please check the link down below for more information. There is also a link to my socials. And you could also comment down below with questions about things that I forgot to mention in this video. I would be happy to help. And also, if you're generally interested in online fashion courses, please check the video that I made for London School of Trends online course that I took a few months back. And that would be all. I will see you some other time. Bye!